everyone, it's Anya from Cooking with Plants, and today I'm going to show you how to make mini crustless tofu quiches. So let's get started. So before you start making your quiche ingredients, you need to preheat your oven to 390 degrees Fahrenheit or about 175 degrees Celsius. For the first step, you'll need to fry up some of the ingredients. I won't be using any oil or water because I'm using some mushrooms as the base, so they'll release the liquid and cook up nicely. So to start with, 1 cup of chopped mushrooms will be going into the pan. This is before even turning the pan on. I like to do this. Then half a cup of chopped and washed leek, just the white part only. Next, add 1 teaspoon of onion powder and 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Next, add 1 teaspoon of Italian mixed herbs, 1 teaspoon of vegetable stock powder, 1 teaspoon of dried basil, and 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. Okay, next you want to turn on your pan that you're using to a high heat and just keep stirring the mixture till the liquid releases out of the mushrooms and the leek starts to soften. Okay, now for your quiches, if you prefer to use other ingredients, you might want some bell peppers, or you might have some baked potato left over that you could chop up into little pieces. Whatever ingredients you use, just keep it to that 1.5 cup quantity. You could even have some steamed broccoli, cauliflower, whatever you like in there, and it will taste delicious. This is smelling really good already. So the mushrooms are just starting to soften now. The spices are smelling really, really good. And just scrape any of that goodness off the bottom of the pan, and we're nearly done. Everything is just starting to soften now. Beautiful. Alright, so I'm just pouring this into a mixing bowl, and then I'll blend up the rest of the ingredients to make the quiche batter. So next we're going to be mixing all the ingredients for the base of the quiche. If you want, you can mix it by hand, it'll just be a little bit chunkier, but today I'm just using one of my small blenders to mix it up. So 1/4 cup of soy milk, 300 grams of silken tofu, which has been drained of its liquid and water, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, 2 tablespoons of corn flour, okay, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1/2 teaspoon of Himalayan sea salt. You could also use Celtic sea salt if you prefer, and 1 teaspoon of tahini, which is just a paste made of ground up sesame seeds. You can always leave this bit out, or you could add some almond butter or cashew nut butter if you wanted to, but tahini just has a nice flavour that seems to go well with these quiches. Okay, we are ready to blend. It's on. Okay, so for the next bit, we're just going to be pouring that blended batter in with the first bit that you cooked up on the stove. Maybe have a spatula handy if you're going to be using a small blender. Make sure you get all of that batter out. Okay, give it all a really good stir through, and then we're ready to put it into the muffin tin. Okay, so I've got my spoon ready to go, and I'll fill this in, spreading it evenly across the 12 muffin tin holes. Okay. Okay, so now that you've got these all filled up, they're ready to go in the oven for about 20 minutes to half an hour. Check them at 20 minutes with a skewer and just pull it out and see if it's cooked through properly. If not, just put them back in for another 5 minutes, and then we're going to take them out and let them cool. Okay, so our 20 minutes is up and we're going to get our quiches out of the oven. They smell absolutely amazing. Ooh. So you can see they've risen a little bit. The tops have firmed up. And we'll let them sit for about 10 minutes to firm up and cool down. Okay, so when I was loosening these off from the edges, I found that they were still quite soft underneath, so I've cooked them for another 10 minutes. So all up the cooking time was 30 minutes at 175 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And you'll just have to gauge your own oven and just check it with a knife at the end of the cooking time to make sure that it's set properly, and then allow about 10 minutes after that for it to cool down before you take them out. Okay, so once these are done, you can serve them as finger food. They're great at parties. Kids love them. And today I've decided I made a quick sauce just with the leftover pan residue that I had from cooking the leek and the mushrooms earlier. So I just added some mushrooms, a little bit of water, some corn flour and some broccoli, and made a quick sauce over rice, and I'll be having that for my lunch with these quiches. So I'll give it a quick taste test. Oh, yum. That is so good. Really, really tasty. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. Let me know if you make it and what you think of it. I'll see you next time.